So today we're diving into a really fascinating idea. It goes a bit beyond just, chasing happiness.
Right.
It's this concept of the happiness of always being busy.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of a rough translation anyway of the Japanese word ikigai.
Ikigai.
It might sound a little, I don't know, mysterious to many of us in the West, maybe.
It definitely can. It has this kind of allure. And actually, that's what first brought Héctor García and Francesc Miralles together.
Oh, the authors.
Yeah, the authors of Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned meeting in a Tokyo bar one night. They'd admired each other's work, apparently. And this chance meeting just sparked this whole exploration into Ikigai.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. They were interested in, purpose, right? That fundamental human drive for it.
Exactly.
And they kind of felt that Western psychology, maybe even Viktor Frankl's logotherapy.
Right, logotherapy.
Which for anyone listening is basically about finding meaning in life as the main driver.
Yeah, the core motivation.
They felt that maybe wasn't quite hitting the mark anymore, or wasn't as prevalent, even though people obviously still need meaning.
Precisely. They noticed that, the desire for meaning is still strong, but logotherapy itself seemed, less common in therapy sessions.
Okay.
So that got them thinking.
Yeah.
Could this Japanese idea, Ikigai, offer maybe a different angle on that search for purpose?
And that really brings us to a pretty big question, doesn't it? Could Ikigai actually be a key factor in why people in Japan, and especially Okinawa, live so long?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the numbers are kind of staggering. Way more people living past 100 than, the global average.
It's truly remarkable, yeah. And Okinawa, it's known for other things too.
Sure, like diet and lifestyle.
Right, a healthy diet, simple life, lots of time outdoors, green tea, that nice subtropical climate. All those play a part, no doubt.
But they were really focused on this Ikigai angle.
They were particularly curious, yes. Could this be a major piece of that longevity puzzle?
And they even zoomed in further, didn't they, on a specific place?
Yes. Ogimi, a rural town in Okinawa. Its nickname is literally the village of longevity.
Wow. Highest life expectancy in the world.
In the world, yeah.
It makes you think, what is it? Is it something specific they eat, like that shikawasa fruit?
That little lime-like citrus? Yeah, people talk about that. High in antioxidants.
Or maybe the moringa tea? You just get really curious about the details.
Absolutely. But what's cool is the authors, Garcia and Miralles, they didn't just crunch numbers. They actually went there.
They visited Ogimi.
Yeah, they spent time there. And they said they were just, immediately struck by how incredibly warm and friendly everyone was.
Really?
Yeah, genuine joy.
Yeah.
And this principle they live by called Ichiriba Chode.
What's that mean?
It basically means treat everyone like a brother or sister, even if you've never met them before.
Wow, that's lovely.
Isn't it? And it points to something bigger they noticed, too.
Community.
Exactly. A really strong sense of community. They call it yuru. It means teamwork, helping each other out. It's just woven into how they live.
So it's not just about individual purpose, but being part of something.
That seems to be a huge part of it. And that whole experience, being there, seeing it firsthand, that really became their mission for the book and for this deep dive, too.
Which is what?
To sort of bring these secrets, these insights from the Japanese centenarians to us, to you listening.
And give us some tools, maybe, to find our own Ikigai.
Exactly. Which they argue is, essential, not just for living long, but for living a joyful life.
Okay, so let's get to the definition then. How do they actually define Ikigai in the book? It seems kind of profound.
It is, but they break it down nicely. They describe it as that intersection point, the sweet spot, you could say.
Okay.
Where four things overlap. What you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for.
Ah, right. So it's like passion, skill, mission, and vocation all coming together.
You got it. Think about it. Lots of us have hobbies, right? Things we love and are good at. Yeah. But Ikigai kind of pushes you to ask, okay, how can that also connect with what the world needs? And maybe, is there a way to get paid for it?
So it's sustainable purpose.
That seems to be the idea. Purpose that has impact and, can keep going. And they make this really bold point.
What's that?
Whatever you do, don't retire.
Don't retire at all.
Well, not in the English sense, maybe. Not like stopping everything cold turkey. They say that idea of just stopping purposeful activity, it doesn't really compute in Japanese culture because having that purpose, that Ikigai, is just so fundamental.
It makes a lot of sense, actually. Staying active, staying engaged, it feels important.
Right. And this isn't just, feel-good talk. They connect Ikigai to actual health and longevity by looking at those Blue zones.
Ah, yes, the blue zones. I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Places where people live exceptionally long lives.
Exactly. Regions around the world with these super high numbers of centenarians. Okinawa is one, of course.
Where else?
Sardinia in Italy. Loma Linda in California.
Hmm.
The Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And Ikigai in Greece. And researchers looking at all these places found some common threads. And guess what stands out?
Let me guess. Ikigai.
Or something like it.
A strong sense of purpose, Ikigai, basically, and strong community ties, they seem to be huge factors. Maybe even, possibly, more important than just diet.
Wow. More than diet. That's significant.
It suggests purpose really fuels us on a deep level.
So, okay, beyond purpose and community, what are the other sort of keys to longevity they found across these blue zones? It must be more than just those two things.
Oh, for sure. It's a whole picture. Diet and exercise are definitely in there. Crucial pieces.
Naturally.
But also, like we said, finding that reason for being, the Ikigai, nurturing those social connections. And then there are lifestyle habits.
Like what?
Things like managing time well to reduce stress, eating less meat and processed stuff, moderate alcohol, if any, and just moving naturally. Daily, low-intensity movement, walking, gardening.
Gardening. That seems to come up a lot, doesn't it?
It does. It's gentle. You're outdoors. You're producing something. Makes sense, really? It does. Now, you mentioned diet. They also talk about the 80% secret, harahachi.
Harahachi-bu.
Yes. What's that about?
It's a classic Japanese saying. Basically, it translates to eat until you are 80% full.
80%, not completely full.
Exactly. The idea is to stop before you feel stuffed.
Sure.
Avoid overloading your digestive system.
Ah, okay.
Over time, constantly overeating puts stress on your body right down to the cellular level. So this helps avoid that.
And how do they manage that? Is it just willpower?
Well, that's part of it, mindfulness.
Yeah.
But the way food is often served in Japan helps too. Lots of small plates, different dishes.
Right.
It naturally encourages you to eat less of any one thing and maybe makes you more aware of when you're starting to feel satisfied, not just full.
Kind of built-in portion control. Smart.
Very smart.
Okay, and one more thing they mentioned from Okinawa. Moai. What's a moai?
Ah, moai. These are really interesting. They're like informal support groups.
Support groups.
Yeah, small groups of people, usually friends or neighbors, who share common interests. But it's more than just a club. They provide real support. Emotional, social, sometimes even financial.
Really? Financial?
Yeah, maybe they pool a little money each month, and if someone in the group needs help, there's a small fund available. It creates this incredible safety net.
Wow.
It fosters this deep sense of belonging, security.
Yeah.
You know someone has your back. And that feeling, that security, is thought to contribute directly to lower stress and longer lives.
That powerful sense of community again.
Absolutely central.
So, okay, as we kind of bring this together, this whole exploration of Ikigai and how these centenarians live, it really hammers home how important having a purpose is, doesn't it?
Definitely. That personal reason for being, it seems like a truly vital ingredient for a long life, and maybe more importantly, a happy one.
Yeah, happy and long.
And just to recap those 4 elements again, because they're key.
Right.
What you love,
Right.
what you're good at,
Mm-hmm.
what the world needs, and what you can get paid for.
Finding where those overlap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really worth, taking some time to think about that for yourself. Where do those circles intersect in your life?
Definitely food for thought. But it's not just about finding that one big thing, is it? The sources also kept highlighting all those other lifestyle factors.
Oh, absolutely. They all work together.
Yeah.
Staying active, mentally active too, like learning new things, staying curious and physically active.
That natural movement, yeah.
Nurturing those social ties, like the moai we talked about. Practicing mindful eating, that hara-hachi-bu.
The 80% rule.
Managing stress, finding healthy ways to cope, and just generally trying to cultivate a positive outlook. It all adds up.
And they mentioned flow too, didn't they? That feeling when you're totally absorbed in something you enjoy.
Yes, that state of complete immersion. It feels great, right? And when you're in that state, you're probably tapping into something pretty close to your ikigai. Those activities that bring flow are super valuable.
They really contribute to that overall well-being.
Without a doubt.
So to leave everyone with something to chew on, there's that Okinawan concept you mentioned, yuimaru, that idea that we're all connected.
Right, recognizing the bonds between people.
Maybe the final thought is this. Think about how finding your ikigai, it's not just for you, is it?
Interesting point.
It could enrich your own life, sure, with purpose and joy, but maybe it also lets you contribute something positive back to your community, maybe even the wider world.
Echoing that spirit of Ichiriba Chode, treat everyone like family.
Exactly. Finding your purpose might actually help strengthen those connections all around you. It really does feel like it's all connected.